Hi, everybody. Welcome to the channel. I got Michelle remotely, and she might be pinning some questions. I got JJ over here sitting to my left. I don't know if you guys know the story between JJ and I, but we go way back. He used to be my yard duty teacher at or was it Miss Miller? Miller Junior High School. And then one day, he wasn't feeling so good because he's hypoglycemic and he passed out behind the wheel. No drinking, no nothing, just and ran into the tree at my mother's house on the front yard. And came over a few days later and apologized for tearing up the tree and replacing the tree. And we started hanging out ever since. And that's been how long now?
41 years.
41 years. That's longer than some marriages, guys. Why is my questions going? Though they're not moving, but they can't move. See, they're just stuck there. It's not going down.
I don't know.
Okay. Hey, Michelle, if you're watching, we need to know why the feed ain't going down. How's everybody doing today? Okay. We ready for some questions? If you have them. Wow. Michelle says it's fine. It's not moving on my side of the computer, though, Michelle.
See if I can get it up on mine.
Okay. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties, so just have a little bit of patience with us. I don't know what you guys have been up to lately, but I have been trying to do some cleaning throughout the backyard, the front yard with debris. And I don't know the magic behind getting all the leaves out with the tan bark staying in underneath the bushes and the trees. I think the gardeners put these little things down, and then when you cut the shrubs, it falls onto the sheets or whatever they put down. I'm just trying to dig it all out. Yes?
All right. Lance, thank you for the donation. Lance's question is, hi, Chris. Thank you for coming on today. Always a pleasure to see and hear from you.
Thank you.
I'd like to know when I'll be a dad and if you see a gender. God bless.
Well, I think you're going to be a dad more than once. And I think you're going to be a fantastic father. So I think it's going to be one of each. And I think the boy will be first in order. And I think that's great because they won't be that far off in age of one another. And so that the boy can protect his sister. And I don't think it's further than the next couple of years away from now. I don't want to be too much closer than that because I don't want to spoil all your surprises. I already told you what you're having, how many you're having. So got to give a little bit of mystery there, okay? But thank you for the compliment and having me on. I really appreciate that. Thank
you. All right. Anna, thank you for the donation. Tim, August 7th, and I have known of each other for years. We've always had an attraction toward each other. I'm hoping this will turn into something when I see him next. I guess she's going to see him on August. What do you see? Thank you, sir.
I think this is going to be a really, really good friendship and someone that you can count on, but realistically more like a brother type of situation as opposed to an intimate, physical, lasting type of relationship. Now, I do believe that it can go physical, and sometimes that can create some issues and some problems, and it could delay a friendship a little bit. But I think I think there is an animal magnetism here. I think that there is a little bit of chemistry, and I know that there's a past life connection. But I don't think that this is the end all be all relationship for you. So I would look at it as a good, strong person that you're going to have in your life that you can count on, that you can love and trust, but not the Mr. Right kind of relationship. Who's next?
I'm scrolling through this.
Michelle's giving me a thing, direction right here.
I'm looking at the pin. I can't find the pin question.
It says, tell Jay to touch it and scroll.
I'm scrolling.
We're scrolling. So anyway, she's telling me again. The screen, your screen. Maybe she needs my screen, Jay.
No, I think got Anna.
So everyone doing
Oh,
good? I miss you guys. We're gonna try now to be on pretty consistently now that we got JJ2 to help us on Sundays and Michelle. So we should be here pretty much every Sunday. And please give me a comment down below if you want to see us a day during the week. We're trying different times on Sundays because we do have some call-ins saying they work graveyard or they work this or work that. So we're trying to go earlier, we're trying to go later, and we're trying to see what works the best for everybody here. So if you guys can be a little bit lenient with us because till we find out a time that works best for all of us, then we'll go with that. So please have some patience, but we're doing everything we can to get here and do it. I just want to thank all you members and you subscribers. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be doing this channel. It's a lot that goes on in the background of, getting Jay here, getting Michelle ready, getting me going on this. But we love doing it. So we're going to keep doing it. And with your guys' help, we're going to keep on doing it. So I just want to thank the members and the subscribers very, very much for everything.
okay. I may mispronounce your name. Leah L. Thank you so much for the donation. Hello. Thank you so much. When do you see my oldest son getting married? Thank you and appreciate you.
I think he's going to do it before the end of next year. And I think it's not going to be something that's going to be set up big and all the bells and whistles, but I think it's going to be with the families, and I think it's going to be quaint. I think it's going to be nice. More importantly, I think he's going to be happy. And I think, truthfully, that's what it's all about.
All right. Joanne, thank you for the donation. What is going on with my physical health? I just don't feel good.
Well, between the hormones, I have a flex now, and I suspicion the thyroid, but I would have an endocrinologist look at that thoroughly because I'm not a doctor. And your blood sugar, because you eat terribly, and that means you miss meals. Your first meal starts around 1 o'clock, and that's what starts your metabolism. So it should be starting at 8 o'clock in the morning instead of 1 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, excuse me. I had hiccups. And your depression, anxiety, and panic attacks are induced from the hormone flex and a little bit what is runs hereditary in your family. And then you're not physically being active and you just don't feel like doing anything, which is part of the depression. So I would talk to somebody about the depression, anxiety, and panic attacks. I'd go see an endocrinologist. And then I would look at your autoimmune system in the realm of like fibromyalgia, not chronic fatigue. And the reason why I would say the difference between the two is because, as we know, chronic fatigue doesn't have numbing in the limbs as fibromyalgia does. You may have a splash at that, but as you eat right, you exercise right, you sleep right, and you really start taking care of yourself and you work on the depression, and we get a handle on that, I would believe that the fibromyalgia will basically go more out at bay and kind of be in the system, but not active in the system. And if it's not active, we don't have to worry about it. Okay, so get this looked at. I think the reason why you've been having so much trouble with this is like little pieces of things. It's not one big thing, which we don't want to be one big thing, because if it was, it would have found it by now. Okay.
All righty. Thank you so much for your donation, Tanya. What can you tell me about finding out about love and anything about him?
Well, first of all, you have to meet him because you haven't. So that's going to take about another 10 months. And that 10 months starts the countdown on that once you activate. That means get online, join a dating service, go out with friends, have a dinner, have a lunch, go to church, go buy a ticket to a motivational speaker, go do something, get outside, and meet and greet people. So that clock starts to tick when you start to activate. It's kind of like this. If you go to a bus station and you go home, the bus comes, the bus goes, you're not on it. So life doesn't come to us. We have to go after life. So 10 months starting today, if you activate today, and he'll have auburn hair, hazel eyes. He'll be about 5'9", almost 5'10". I believe he does laboratory stuff. He's smart. That would be scientific stuff to me. And he's very good with numbers. And I think you'll be introduced to him. I think that there's not going to be an instant kind of an attraction, but I think because his disposition and how funny he is and how charming he is, you will really, really like and care for one another. And I think it'll be a good lasting relationship for you. So never say never. And I think this is good. Just get outside.
All righty. Lauren, thank you so much for the donation. Struggling bad with severe depression. which I think was caused by Klonopin. Will going back on antidepressant make me better or worse?
Like I said, I'm not a doctor, but if I was realistically in your shoes with the magnitude of depression that I'm seeing, I would definitely talk to a psychiatrist. I would definitely tell them everything that's going on with myself and what is this. And I would definitely be trying some type of medication. I want you all to know the type of person I am. I look at medication as kind of the last step for things. I will always talk to people as more holistically, home remedies, uh, in that respect first, until you get to a point that that doesn't work and we need the medication, which is where we're at here. And I would do it because I love life. I want to exist here. I want to fill my contract and be with my children and my animals and you guys and everything else. And then when it's my time to go, I go. And then I go home and see mom, which is okay. So for you, I would definitely see the doctor. I would go by what they tell me to do, just like a worksheet, like a test that you do, and you'll get better. You really will get better. You'll get out of this. It's not going to cure you. It's not going to fix it 100%. It'll make you about 70% better, which means you've got 30% left over that you have to deal with for the rest of your life, always. But you're dealing with a lot right now. I mean, cut that about 60% away and you can have a life. So call the doctors and let's get this going because you'll get better. Is your feed not rolling?
It is, but I just don't want to make a mistake.
We make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes.
All right. So this is Rena. Thank you so much for the donation. Will the guy I'm to meet be soon?
I don't know what your definition of soon is. It's not this year. I think it'll be around either June or July of next year. To me, that's soon because I'm a psychic and I deal with people's 90 years of lifetime. So, but here's the thing that puzzles me. You want a relationship really bad. I sense that and see that. So I ask you, why is it you do nothing for it? You don't go anywhere. You don't call anybody. You're not activating. You're not doing anything. Guys, come on. We don't ask God and it comes in a UPS box and we unwrap them and say, hey, thanks. It's just what I ordered. Be realistic. I mean, I could be psychic till we all turn blue. But if you don't go out to meet anybody, life passes you by and you live your life alone. That's a fact. So if you're going to activate, which I hope that you do, that will come in June or July. Then after you meet the guy, if you want to become a homebody, by all means, go ahead. But we need to meet the guy first.
Luna, thank you for the donation. Is my current medical problems related to any infection or are they a separate issue?
As much as it sounds odd, I believe that you had the medical issues first. Then the infections came on and magnified everything to the greatest degree, so to speak. So I think both has played a role here. So we have to get the immune system up, and the antibiotics do great and do their damage too. When I almost lost my leg many years ago, I was on IV antibiotics for the longest time, and then I got out of the hospital. And I was still on antibiotics, the orals, and I lost 100 pounds of weight realistically. That when I was 330 though. I was heavily in the bodybuilding, and so you have to get your immune system up. That means you need to go places in a mask and you need to watch it so that you don't get a cold and just be very, very careful. Take your vitamins and get your rest and build your immune system up and you will get better because I mean, you've gone as far down that I'm happy you're here with us, okay? Because that's how close I think you were death knocking on your door. We're not there right now, and we're not going to get there again. So let's do everything we can to help you get better and keep your mind positively. There is power in the prayer, and I certainly will pray for you and send you energy too. But you'll get better from this. You just have to be ultra careful. You know how I'm telling everybody to go out and meet people? I don't want you doing that. I want you staying at home and taking care of yourself. And let's get that better for the next 4 months or so, and then we can start stretching our legs and getting out there a little bit more. But take care of yourself now. You'll be okay.
All right. Purple Lily, thank you so much for the donation. Hi, Chris. Am I doing good in my current job title? I'm nervous about losing another job.
You are doing good. I mean, anybody that does their job and does the colleagues next to you their job too, because you don't want it to look bad on you, is doing more than what what is expected out of the person. What you don't do good with is you don't understand the backstabbing and the little in innuendos about um, the crap that can go on at the office behind the scenes. Almost reminds me of high school, kind of where you're at, so, or junior high where you're at is unbelievable. So rise above that, do your work, do what's expected out of you. Go home, leave the work at work, and you'll be fine. Just concentrate on the work at hand. But you're an easy target because you're extremely sensitive. And when someone upsets you, it's very visible. You can't let somebody upset you and then they know that they upset you because they'll just keep doing it. It's like pouring fire on a burning flame, or gasoline, pouring fire on burning gas, pouring gasoline on a burning flame. So you're going to have to get some thicker skin and not have such thin skin, and go into the office and people that do this, that, and the other, you're going to just overlook it like it's not happening. Don't pay any attention to it and do your job, and this will be fine. You'll see, because you'll be there for the next 2 or 3 months where you don't think you will be, and then that should prove to you that you're going to be able to continue here. And thank you, everybody, for the donations. We really do greatly appreciate it. Much needed here. I really want you to know that I appreciate and love each and every one of you, even though I can't say hello to you because my thing's not moving.
All right, I've got a question from Maria 33. Chris, when will I have my first child?
I think that's going to be at least about 2 years. I think you're going to have some help medically to do this, but I think it's all going to go well. And I think as the last trimester, you're just going to have to be careful. That means you're not going to be able to carry a couch over your head, of course not. And probably, go to the bathroom and go back to bed, go do this and go back to bed. So that's not that big of a deal. Look at me, I'm saying this, I'm a man, I'm not going to have kids, but you know what I'm saying. You just have to follow the rules and don't do anything. Like somebody doesn't want to go have surgery and come home and clean the house the same day.
Blake, thank you for the donation. Hi, Chris. I hope you are well. Can you tell me if my pregnancy month is soon? Thank you so much.
I think it'll be I think it'll be before the end of the year. That's pretty soon. That's conceiving.
Melinda, thank you so much for the donation. I just had major surgery. Am I going to be okay, and how long for recovery?
Well, 100% completely, I would say close to about a year. I would say the next 5 to 6 weeks. A whole lot of recovery is going to happen in that time to where you'll be able to do normal things. But 100% close to about a year, because they did a lot. But it's all looking good, and I'm proud of you because I think you were scared out of your mind and you're such a trooper. And the worst is definitely behind you. All we have to do now is do the right thing. Don't do anything that's going to wear you out or strain you or stress you. And it's just a healing process. So have patience for this, for that 5 6 weeks, and then for the year, because after that, you're good to go the rest of your life.
Okay.
I would have taken that change for that. I would have taken that in a second. I would have done the same thing you did.
Like Michelle said, you can call her. She's got some questions.
Maybe I'll call you, Michelle, and maybe I won't, but I have these. You can read some. I'll pick one and let JJ read this to you guys. Well, actually, I'll hold it. I'll fan it out and I'll let you pick one, Jay. Come over here and stick your face in and say hello to everybody.
Camera's
That's it.
crack.
How much older are you? 2 years? I look older than you. Here you go. Pick that.
If you plant seeds of caring and kindness, before you know it, you'll have a garden.
That's good. I've been working on my garden too. You see all the debris out there with the Hummer?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hope the community didn't put a tag on my car. They have a hearing with me because they don't allow me to park in my driveway for 24 hours. They don't allow me to park in the street overnight. Well, actually, I can't move it between 2 in the morning, and I can put it back at 6 in the morning. So there's only technically 4 hours, but you got a 24-foot trailer and you got a Hummer. There's no way I can pack that thing in my driveway. It just doesn't fit.
All Jesse, thank you so much for the donation. Hey, Chris, did I have any past lives as a monk or a warrior? Any detail on time period or locations of those lifetimes?
Well, let's make sure we understand each other. You've had 41 lives. That's a lot. I think you've definitely been a monk, and I think you've definitely been a warrior. The last warring life, I think it was somewhere, movie done with some Braveheart. Okay, Braveheart. Around that time era where Scotland and Ireland were breaking the innocence from England. Watch the movie Braveheart. If you haven't seen it, it's actually one of my favorite movies. I love that movie. I think I watched that movie like 100 times. But yes, you've been all through the Crusades. You've been all through Egyptian times, Roman times. Well, 41 lives. Come on, that's just a lot. I'm gonna call my show real quick.
Sure.
Hello.
Before you start on anything in my feed and all that, I'm just gonna give everybody a little bit of update. The reason why Michelle's not sitting to my side is she has her sciatic nerve out, and she's being a really big baby about it. I've had the sciatic nerve out, okay, and I've dragged my leg for a year and a half, and they wanted to do surgery at one point and everything like that. Didn't have that done. It's completely gone. Hasn't been back since. That's been about 35 years. But she's experiencing it right now. And
It's so painful, Chris.
I know.
Don't smoke.
Okay, turn up your volume and make sure that people can hear me, because I'm going to ask a couple of questions.
Well, wait a minute. It's as high as my volume goes.
Okay, that's all right. I'm pretty sure they can hear. You guys can let us know. This is a pinned question from Denise Oliveris, and she's a member. Denise says, hi, when will things get better with all this war and aggressive activity in the world?
When we get a new president.
Okay.
I'm sorry that it's not tomorrow or next week, but we have to bear through till the next election.
Okay. Next question I have is from Marissa Tilley. Hi, I feel very lost right now. I left and quit Walmart a few months ago, and I just had a miscarriage. I regret quitting Walmart. Should I go back or try something else?
I would go back to Walmart because you like the functionality of it and you like the people and like that. So go back and do it. And don't worry about the baby because the same entity's coming in. Sometimes it just takes a little bit more time to get there. So realistically, you've lost nothing. When you go back to Walmart, you'll be happy. They'll accept you. You got your job and you have your baby. So it's a happy ending here. So be happy.
Okay, I have another one. I'm logging up the live chat. I miss you guys anyway, so.
You miss Jay and I, you miss them.
No, I miss them.
Oh, glad I clarified that.
No, I miss you guys too. This one's from Dorinda Vickery. Do you see my daughter getting a new place to live?
Not right now. There's not enough money for that right now, but I think in about the next 2.5 months, she can do that with your help to have her be able to do that. That means you have to. That means you have to help. Hold on. That means you have to help financially.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. This one's from Marina Garza. What is causing the blood in my urine?
Your kidneys. I don't know why they haven't checked your kidneys out. Your uric acid pretty much is through the roof. Ask if you ever been tested for gout, kidney stones, or anything like that. Go get your kidneys looked at. It may have started something with your urethra as far as a bladder infection has gone to the kidneys. A lot of times the bladder can feel normal again and you think it's gone, but it settles into the kidney. So just go to the doctors now and get it looked at.
Okay, I have one from Madme Marie. Hello,
From
Chris.
what? Wait, what was that?
Padme.
Okay.
Padme Marie.
Uh-huh.
Padme. That's her name on YouTube.
Okay.
She says, hello, Chris. Marie from Dubai. My question is, will the gym guy and I ever be together? Thank you so much.
He's a womanizer. Okay. And he's charismatic and he's good looking. So you can be together, but you're going to share him. That means he's not going to stop womanizing. So If that's okay, you know what you're going into from the get-go, then by all means, do what you want to do. But just don't think that the two of you are just going to be a one-on-one type of item because he's a womanizer.
Okay, we can go let JJ go back to do.
Okay, bye, Miss Sciatic.
Sandy, thank you so much for the donation. Hi, Chris. My question is, how will my son's senior year baseball season go for him?
Very difficult, very exciting, very good in the long run. It's just everyone's going to be on pins and needles because scouts and everything else, but he'll make it. He's a very good athlete. He's got a very good head on his shoulders. I wish he wasn't so damn sensitive, but I think that's going to help us in the long run. So it's going to be just fine. Your prayers are helping.
All right. We got a question from Emil S. Hi, how are you, Chris?
I'm great, thank you. My sinuses are acting up because I've got yard work up the yin yang here I got bird of paradise that is like 30 or 40 feet and my backyard tall palm trees that I can't reach that I'm trying to climb and cut and not wearing the right shoes for it. But I'm having a good time. I'm having a lot of learning with it and I'm enjoying myself. At least there's those spiders out there, my God. But thank you for asking. It's just a big yard week for me because I'm going to take it to the lake house in Copperopolis and they allow you there to have burn days. So I'm going to get my permit and resolve all this stuff. Thank you.
Teresa Ann Hannah, my mom passed August 14th, 2021. Will she talk with me soon?
Yeah, I think it'll take till after Christmas to happen. I like to tell you it's going to get easier. This is something with moms, but we do meet up again. We will see them again. I mean, I have my mom with me more right now than I do than when she was alive, really, because she's not more than yelling distance from me. But it's different. You don't hear her voice like you hear it. You don't hug her as a physical body. You don't kiss her, love her, or pretend to sit on her lap when you carry your weight off it. But your mom's at a good place, and my mom will certainly look after your mom.
Rebecca Myers asks, any messages for me?
There's a grandmother around, and it's amazing that she's around even as much as she is because I think she has a little bit of gypsy in her blood. She just goes everywhere all the time. So I think she just wants you to be happy with your life, take life one step at a time, and enjoy yourself. I think what she's saying is you're very much of a worrywart. I think that's true. I think you should stop worrying. I think you've already worried enough for your whole lifetime. And just enjoy your life. If something goes wrong, it goes wrong. When it happens, it happens. But don't worry about it years in advance and then have something happen and not be worrying about it. Just cut out the worrying. You'll have so much more of your day. Trust me. Or trust your grandmother, actually.
Brandon Gray asks, when will my niece get over the alcoholism?
She doesn't want to. She likes her lifestyle. And someone that likes her lifestyle doesn't change it. I mean, they have AA out there. They got plenty of sponsorships there. They got plenty of people that will help you, that want to see you make a difference with your life. But if that person can't say, hey, I'm an alcoholic and admit to themselves that there's a problem and want to face the problem, then they're not going anywhere. And all the people around them you can't do anything because she likes her life. So I'm sorry, this is not what you want to hear. And my heart goes out to you. I think if you would ask me this question 4 years from today, I think at that point in time, she's going to be ready. Then get her into AA and get her a sponsor and let's get this life going in the right direction. I don't think there's anything that you can do right now because she's not willing to. And that's the very hard position to be in when you really love someone and you feel that they're throwing their life away. But if you try to find the positive, 4 years in comparison to a lifetime is a short period of time. And eventually she'll get clean and sober. And that day will come. So we'll pray for that day.
Jazz11 asks, hi, Chris, what is my animal totem? Thanks.
That would be a wolf.
And She has the same question. I'd like to know what my animal totem is.
That would be an orangutan. Hey, mine was a gorilla and changed, or a bear and changed to a gorilla. I don't like either one of mine, but so they can change, just so everybody does know that. It's just an animal totem. We look at it as an animal protector to us. There's not anything more to do it than that. That doesn't mean I have anything in common with a bear or a gorilla, thank God. Or you with an orangutan. It's just it's what it is.
Gigi Han, hi Chris, will I find a home locally?
I think you'll find a home about 15, 17 minutes from where you're at, more northwest from where you're at. I think that's locally. It's more like it's very quaint. It's got a big front yard, not as big a backyard, but it's got a good size front and back. But front yard's bigger. I normally see backyards bigger, but this is a nice home.
Lizzie 708. Hi Chris, we need a second vehicle. What time frame do you see that happening? Thank you and stay uplifted.
Thank you so much. I believe you do it when you don't have the money to do it, but you do it anyways. So that would be in the next 2 months. And I believe it's an SUV or a minivan. It's a multi-personal carrier vehicle.
This is from Sam C. My father-in-law is not doing well and is now unresponsive. Is it his time to go? And if so, can I please get prayers from the uplifted family for him to have a peaceful and painless trip home?
Certainly, and I will say a prayer just as soon as I'm done with this thing. I think his time is right now. So I'm surprised he's here and you're asking me this. I think he's really more on the other side. So I would say it's right now.
I've got a question from E. Gersh. Should my family and I move to Florida or stay where we're at?
Well, I mean, do you want to have everybody bitching and complaining for the next 6 months? Because the humidity and this and that, and the move will be horrendous. I wouldn't, if this was me, I wouldn't do the move right now. I would even question doing it the middle of next year. I think staying put is your best option, your least expensive option, and you won't hate as much as you got going around you once things start lightening up towards the first year. So I wouldn't do the move.
Julia asks, hi Chris, what's my spirit guide's name?
That would be Anita, and relax your mind. Just find a couple minutes where you just escape to music. You'll get to the alpha state, and then you ask a question like we're talking here out loud. And before you get one letter of the word out, the whole answer will come in. So you write it down, give it time, and it's either going to be right or wrong, which I think it'll be right, and that will build your confidence and self-esteem so you can start putting this to good use.
Victoria, any advice with the pain my son is having? Thank you.
Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of pain here, but there's also some phantom pain. So either way, it's painful, okay? But he needs to talk to somebody, not a family member, but a counselor. He's carrying an awful lot with him, a lot that people don't know that he's carrying with him. And I think once he releases a lot of this, I think he's going to feel tremendously better and have more of the attitude to focus on getting better, okay? But we got to help him more mentally right now.
Leanna, how can I improve my spiritual practice?
Well, the biggest thing is you got to relax. You've jumped the gun with the overanalyzing. When something comes and happens, this is what you should do. Close your eyes and say to yourself, how does this make me feel? You'll get an answer. Write that down. And then jump into the analyzing. Because the minute you jump into the analyzing, you can't get anything with a gut instinct. It doesn't work like that. Once you think about something, too late. You're wrong. You don't get it. So go with your gut instinct, then do the analyzing. Stop putting the analyzing first, okay? So it's just like going back to basics here with that. And just realize everything comes from God. Every single solitary one of us is psychic. It's just like an athlete. Some athletes are faster than others. Some people are simply more psychic than others. And we all have it. It's not about practicing it and making better. It's about tapping into it.
This is from Kelly. Hi, Chris. When do you see my husband and I buying a second home in Florida?
I would actually say that should be before now, in all honesty. So I think there was a delay, but I would say February of this coming next year. This isn't any type of starter home either. This is a nice home, by the way. But you know that because you're a perfectionist. That's a good thing to be. Overanalyze things, but that's okay. Make less mistakes. Okay. Well, guys, it's been great with you. I want you all to stay uplifted. I want to thank all the subscribers and the members. We love all you guys. Look for our next post. We'll be here next Sunday. God bless. Stay uplifted.